Rush.
Hey, folks, let's get the hat going. I got come up in here. Holy smokes, get the hat going.
I got mine on.
Blake, we got Blake. My buddy's here. I'm so happy to get Blake on board for this episode. We were away on Friday. Sue and I took the trip into Victoria. Yesterday, I was on by myself. You've been in the bush doing stuff.
Yep.
You're a mining guy. Like you got claims and all sorts of stuff. So
Yep.
where are you, Blake? What's happening, buddy? Tell us what's up.
Well, I'm currently in Hope on my way down out of the Caribou. I have some placer mining claims up on the Fraser River. So way in deep in an area called Gang Ranch area. And I mean, it is lonely, way out in the sticks, big time canyons, desert-like conditions. But yeah, no cell coverage. So thanks for catching me up in the news off screen here or off stage here for a minute, because I didn't get a lot of news. But yeah, I'm currently right in front of the Fraser River where the Fraser meets the Coquihalla. Maybe I can spin the camera around and the folks can have a look at it. But
Wilds of British Columbia, ladies and gentlemen, world famous. Just lovely. The mighty Fraser River. All these
right in the shade here over with his view.
Yeah. Holy smokes. There it is. Ozzy Osbourne passing away. It's true. The rumors are true. Age 76 years young. He was battling Parkinson's. Blake and I were talking a bit about it behind screen. Blake, that was kind of one of the first. Blake has older brothers that helped him out with his rock and roll, got him into Ozzy. I was my own older brother to Scotty, my kid brother. And so Ozzy dead at 76. True. Everybody's reporting. It's all out. The major wires, Sky News, it's out. It's happening. And Blake, you had a theory on that? Maybe it's conjecture at this point, but, fair enough to share what you were thinking.
I don't know. It's really sad because I said it was Black Sabbath was the band for me growing up. And, Black Sabbath and Alice Cooper. I mean, I guess it was kind of dark, but my brothers are kind of your age, born in 55 and 57. They're in that era. And
very elderly.
So they're in their 20s when I was like 5, and they're blasting that stuff. But I just thought, his last show, he did that. I watched a lot of that. I didn't pay for the pay-per-view, but there was a lot of people posting it up afterwards.
Yeah, it's on YouTube and everything. Yeah.
And it was excellent. And, I think my gut feeling is that he may have decided to do his own timing to go, right?
Yeah, as the heathens say, go out on his own terms kind of idea.
Yeah, I mean, he did his exit. He said it was the last show. He probably didn't want to become horribly sick worse and go through all that. And he's been suffering for a long time. And I could see it say, hey, I've done my big exit. I did the big show for every big finale, and I don't need to spend the next 5-10 years suffering anymore. So
yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, I got these big speakers, and my Black Sabbath are up in this record collection. I got a lot of Sabbath, got them on CD. I like Sabbath a lot. I got them, and Ozzy's my guy for Sabbath. I was born, of an age. I was of an age when Ozzy was my guy, right? Not Ronnie James, even though he was great. And
I love Ronnie James Dio too. Yeah.
And what was the other guy they had singing with Sabbath? Ian Page. Or whatever.
Yeah, they had even Rob Halford from Judas Priest did a stint with them too.
Yeah, well, that way. But of the main thing, Ian Glover or whatever, I think maybe or Page. I can't.
Ian Gillan from Deep Purple.
Ian Gillan, Born Again. I think he was the vocalist on Born Again.
He came right after Ronnie James Dio. It was funny. Ronnie James Dio left. He came in, and then a year later. He went back to Deep Purple Reformation in 1984. Of course, Perfect Strangers came out right after that. So,
and of course,
saw that tour.
Heaven and Hell with the Angels having a cigarette kind of deal, Anyway, we love Ozzy, and rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. There was nobody else like him. I mean, what a character. rock and roll. And so anyway, later today, folks, if you want, I do a Patreon. I'm going to be doing that. But, I need money first. As the Beatles say, sing something for us. Let me get the frickin' link for this thing. Where is it? Okay, well, Sue, get a link and drop it in there for me, for the love of God. And because I'm going to be on, and we're going to talk Ozzy. I'll probably show my Ozzy collection for the thing. It'll give us a little context to talk about that. So that's going to be later today. And so if you sign up, it's $5 a month to join my Patreon. USD. We don't want no phony baloney Canadian money. We want the real deal, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a political channel. Let's start kicking things off with the politics. There's a Patreon, so head over there. For $5, you get some extra programming. It's not really political. It's a kind of a chat session. We hang out with people who talk rock and roll for the most part, and other things, classical, jazz, whatever. All right, let's start off with the big story today is Obama. Trump on Obama. So it's the first link, I think, of the whole parade we got here. And Blake, you've been out of touch, so you'll be able to see this as well. And then we'll get your thoughts. I love, always it makes my job so much easier when you're here, because I just throw it off to you, and then you and I are pretty much simpatico on all this stuff. Okay, here it is. Yeah. I can't wait to see this play itself out. Obama himself, this is Trump truthing over on True Social. Obama himself manufactured the Russia hoax. Cricket, Hillary, Sleepy Joe, numerous others participate in this. The crime of the century, irrefutable evidence, a major threat to our country. Okay, this coming from the president himself. So that's what's happening. And we've got the president on camera. And let me see if we got a clip of that. Trump on Obama. Is this so on, darling? God, thanks, Sue, for doing the heavy lifting as always. So the press is asking, can't say enough how awesome this is. Make it big and it'll give us a play.
From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper. The whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room. Right here, this was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up that came out of the vaults. They were there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It wasn't lots of people all over the place. It was them too. But the leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one they look. He's guilty. It's not a question. You know, I like to say, let's give it time. It's there. He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election. They tried to obfuscate the election. They did things that nobody's ever even imagined, even in other countries. You've seen some pretty rough countries. This man has seen some pretty rough countries, but you've never seen anything like it.
All right, really interesting. The president using strong language, the word treason coming up. Yesterday's episode, I actually titled it Treason. Trump is starting, it's like he's got a megaphone, and he's starting to soften up the lamestream media, the legacy media, and the world at large as to what's happening. Now, of course, the media and their infinite wisdom are trying to bury this as much as possible. They don't want this going out. They cannot contain it. I think 2025 is a lot different than things were in 2020 when these stories were initially with John Durham, that investigation, Russia. If you're interested in all the ins and outs of the situation, you can go back to yesterday's program. But today's program, we're just saying Trump is now amplifying the message that there was treason and that justice has to come. Trump isn't saying this just to say it. Justice, I think it may happen. It's like Lucy with the football and Charlie Brown, this time, Charlie Brown, I promise to hold the football and you won't kick it and go flying and fall down. This time it's really there. I really do believe that justice is finally coming. Blake, take it away.
I certainly hope so. I mean, this has been ongoing for a long time. It's nothing new, I think, on the information. It's just what's new is that they actually look like they might do something about it. I think that's what everybody's been waiting for a long time, is just they want to see action. I mean, it's not, but now they may actually have evidence to corroborate exactly what they're intending to go after these characters that basically violated the law. I mean, I think that's what people are sick of this kind of operation that's been going on for so long and expecting, nothing to come out of it. I mean, they should be charged. People need to go to jail. People need to be criminally charged. Why? So it doesn't happen again. So it doesn't happen to anybody, regardless of their political stripes. It shouldn't be that way. And it's become so highly politicized to the point that it's now being used to weaponize it against people's lives, putting people in jail for doing nothing other than just being opposition. That's what they were attempting to do, or financially destroying people. So let's hope that, maybe a lot of this information's come out of the big dump that came from onto the DOJ from Tulsi Gabbard's efforts. Yeah. So she's a frontliner who was attacked as well. I mean, she was a presidential candidate to run for the Democratic Party, and she saw the Clinton-Obama machine railroad her right out of town. She stood up to them. So.
Yeah, really well said.
Exciting times. You keep hearing it over and over again. What a time to be alive, seeing all this stuff happen.
It's astounding. And you're so right. And the same playbooks in play in Canada and the UK, all over the place. We're going to go all over the world with today's program, as we tend to do. At least, the first world, they call it the first world Western society. So we got stories from the UK, of course, America, and of course, where Blake and I are located in Canada, but we love the United States. And we just, and I in particular really support this president. I think Trump's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let's take a look at this one. Sue's already ahead of the game with another link. Holy crap. Trump just posted this. LOL, cat turd again. We're relying heavily on our beloved cat turd today. He's bringing it out. Posted this about John F. Kennedy Jr. died on a plane crash. How Hillary Clinton was then elected senator. First Barack Obama, now Hillary Clinton. Are we about to see them both arrested finally? I don't want to play the video. We're on YouTube. It's a little, because of the implication of what's behind it. YouTube can be very kind of, it really goes like that. Drop the link in there and watch that video. But basically, Trump was intimating, okay, we lost Blake. That's not unexpected. He's out there in the bush, in the wilds. But I got to tell you, kids, Trump is certainly drawing an allusion to. Trump's really going out there. He's really baiting these people. I call it baiting. We talked about it yesterday. And he's putting the word out. He's trying to stir them up. And I think we're seeing that. And to provoke them to comment, to make public statements that may, in fact, be used later against them. So that's kind of my take on that one. I hesitate to do so, because allegedly it would be there. But there you go. JFK Hillary connection, Ari Trump's Truth Social. So we leave it to your own recognizance. All right, folks. And before, we get bounced right off the channel. Okay, I think my buddy's back. Hopefully we can get him. We'll see. Nope, not yet. He's not available yet. Okay, well, now he's trying to come back in. He's having some real troubles out there, to no one's surprise. So can you just roll up the CBC? Let's go to Canada for a bit and see what's going on with the CBC. If nothing happens, people, I think it'll happen. I really do. I think we're good to go here. I think that we're going to see justice. I don't think. I agree, and for the very reason you say it can't not happen, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's got to be that way. There will be justice. All right, and you're right. We shall see. Okay, this is really interesting. Up in Canada right now, Trump just killed NPR, government funding for NPR and PBS. We already had today NPR's chairman, chairwoman, chairperson stepping down because of Trump doing the cuts to NPR. Fantastic news. CBC hands out record-breaking raises to offset loss of executive bonuses. Canada's national broadcaster paid 37.7 mil salary raises 24-25 to 6,295 employees, significantly more than in previous years. If you don't hate the CBC enough, there's good cause for it right there. Okay, I see Blake is back. It looks like he's got some sort of connection. We'll see how he's holding up. Okay, it's a little iffy. You're out there in the woods, so your connection is questionable. Holy smokes, Blake. So we're just talking about.
As soon as the Trump video you're playing disappeared.
Yeah, well, you disappeared is what happened. And because your connection is, you're in wilds right now. The other thing I want to share is the CBC, the article I just put up was this whole thing. CBC just gave 6,000 plus employees a massive increase raise like we haven't seen before. So if you don't hate them enough, if they don't represent anything you and I believe, and yet they're very happy. In fact, one of the most egregious examples of CBC, the latest outrage from those fuckers, they were hiring a kids host and they put down white Caucasians need not apply. It sounds like a bit of redundant, but basically they're saying white males need not apply to work for our kiddie show. We want somebody of ethnicity, color. You kids will take, but they're happy to take white people's money. Fuck you, CBC, you communist fucking bastards. I'm fired up, Blake. What do you think about this CBC? We just put that little link. So the kids are all up to date. Take it away.
Well, the old payola, right? They're doing the government's bidding of the Liberal Party. They've been paid off to be a propagandist arm. That's all they are now. They should be abolished, literally abolished. I wouldn't leave any vestiges of left of it at all. They don't have Hockey Night in Canada anymore. That's long gone. There's nothing left. There's no reason for them to exist other than being paid state propagandists. They got to go.
Right. And you know what, Blake, we're in a post-nationalist state, where we're mostly Hindi now. The population is being replaced. We've imported, I think 75% of all newcomers to Canada are from India. We talk about China. Maybe it's Ken India now. It's so the traditional look of Canada is totally changed, totally different reality now. And Indian values are coming in. Happy, whatever Pierre Poilievre is doing, whatever that hell speech was. And, so it's changed.
Take a back seat, gals.
Yeah, so you don't need, the sisters upstairs.
Yeah.
The sister, and hello to everybody in the sisters upstairs. There's the new values in Canada. So I don't want to pay for this fucking, albatross around our necks. But thank God for Trump, because he took it out in America. He said the president himself truthed out that, for 40 years, people have wanted NPR, people on our side of the aisle. We just don't want to pay for it. You guys want to espouse your liberal bullshit? Do it on your own time. We don't want to pay for it. Fuck you. Okay. That's a colossal fuck you. To quote Stephen Colbert with his, they're dropping the F-bombs over there, and Jon Stewart dropping the F-bombs. So I'll do the whole thing. Okay, let us continue on with the show. Okay, this next one, just drop a link. I don't want to talk about it. It's called Baby Jabs Gone in the United States. Baby Jabs Gone. And so Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just came out and with the health
Is this to do with the stuff that happened?
It happened
Certain things that
sometime.
happened while he was on vacation.
No, he doesn't
This is
talk
not-
about that. He just,
Ah.
but it is kind of like that. Did you
Okay.
hear about that, Blake? You've been away from a bit. Well, remember they were talking about certain medical procedures that were just
Yep.
given a green light in America, approved in America. Well, apparently, Robert Kennedy Jr. was off on vacation. When he came back, he found out that two
Yep.
of his directors had approved this thing.
I heard that. Yeah.
They've been fired. Those two people got their
Yeah.
ass.
Got turf.
Yeah. So I can't talk about this on this platform. All I can do is point you to the link, kids. Go do your own recognizance on it. But there's some good news in this regard. It ain't happening. Okay.
And yet in Canada, we're doing the opposite. We're buying more of it and offering it for free.
Well, not only that, but our medicine system, our medical system up here in Canada, some guy, he was waiting. I think he lost a leg, or it was just nonsense. He was waiting like 18 hours to get treated in emergency, free healthcare. Fuck that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Medicine Canada is our next link, Scorsese. Okay, Blake, prepare to be shocked and astounded here. And I'm curious about your take here. Kat Hemsley, who resides here in my own little town of Nanaimo, BC. Kat Hemsley, recently married. What should they embrace if not modern medicine, pagan practices, shamanism, voodoo, the occult, magic? What the hell are they doing? Exclusive, a new ethics code tells nurses to denounce, quote, white European medicine. Canadian Nurses Association 2025 Code of Ethics for Nurses denounces what it calls white European-centric foundations of modern medicine. Oh, for God's sake, don't trust the science. Get your voodoo dolls out, you motherfuckers. I can't believe it. Blake, the outrage continues. What do you think about this headline? Holy smokes. Are you into voodoo?
I mean, anything goes now. They're so desperate that they have no money. We're now on a rationed healthcare system. This is what you get in Canada. What you paid for and don't receive is now the insanity is ensuing because they have no other choice but to deflect. That's a story to deflect attention from the reality is that our healthcare system is in full collapse.
Yeah, it's absolute. And now, of course, we're getting, what was it? You always seem to have the figure better than me, but it's close to 1 million people just came in the first 6 months of 2025.
Yeah, every month it gets bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
even though Carney campaign said he was going to halt that and reduce the visas, but it turns out they're just restricting a moratorium or continuing a moratorium on students only. So we'll see.
Well.
So replacement theory is no longer theory; it's fully on in Canada.
Yeah, we know it's on. And the other thing, now they've extended it so the grannies and the uncles and everybody, all the elderly, can come in from these third world countries. They're going to be in here. They're going to be on the system. Good luck if you have to go to emergency. Good luck to you. Holy hell!
Yeah.
You will not. There is no way you're going to be expedited into emergency.
Well, people say like when you go to a hospital room now, it's like going into you look like you're in Bangladesh, not.
Oh
not
my
Canada.
God! Well, because those people are using the system more. I would argue. I'm interested to see who's using the system, but it's certainly obvious. It's certainly noticeable from a what do you call it? An anecdotal perspective. That I can see it. I go, okay, somebody's in a sorry, someone said hijab, so that they aren't from Moose Jaw. Okay, they aren't from Moose Jaw. Okay, so holy shit. So and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So everybody talks about it, but it's just free healthcare in our glorious.
And the government is proactively in a negative way, but it's proactively going after boomers as they're the ones at fault. Listen to all the messaging.
Okay, another headline coming in. This from the Winnipeg Sun. Klein, the silent exodus, why some Canadians are giving up. Where are they going? Okay. People who once wore the maple leaf with pride are asked themselves a painful but unavoidable question. Can I still raise my children here? Or better yet, do you want to raise your children here? How many Canadians would leave if the door to the U.S. was held open by President Donald Trump? That's the question. Let's go to Blake and see how Blake would answer that question. So say the hypothetical, our glorious president, Donald John Trump, who I love, and he comes over to your house and go, "Hi, hey Blake, you're good. I love Blake. You know, I love gold, Blake. Love gold. I want you to come into my beautiful, is my deeply cherished, much loved, perhaps even my greatest neighbor, to come in and become the 51st Blake."
Apparently, the nasty neighbor now.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, so would you take them up, or what do you think if you had the freedom to do it?
Well, I think at this point, the trajectory that Canada is on is going to be economic ruin. I don't think we have to go anywhere. It's just going to happen. I mean, now you got the lefty losers out there screaming out there, "Oh, maybe we should join the EU." Oh, I thought you guys were all elbows up. So why wouldn't I take that deal? That's a better deal. I don't want to be an EU fanatic, nutcase, full of bureaucrats and expanded government. That EU system's going to collapse. I would rather go. I would take the deal, but here's the thing. I mean, it would be like, okay, when
right away happen. I think it's inevitable, right? So.
His car is talking to him in a way that we can barely comprehend as humans.
Yeah, it was trying to tell me to save power.
All right. Okay, here we go.
But yeah, no, I think it's going to happen. I would take it. I mean, let's face it. Where is the one country in the world that most people try to get into? Right? I don't see, I mean, outside of importing cheap labor like slaves to Canada, what we just talked about earlier, they're not coming here because they desperately want to. Most people are trying to get into the U.S. and here's a golden ticket. We have an opportunity. The golden ticket, as Trump called it, the opportunity to do it. I mean, what else we can do unless we can become our own United States and be that kind of powerful nation? I don't think it's going to happen. We're too plagued with monopolies and bureaucrats, and they'll never relinquish power. They won't, without the people to say, you know what, we'll just leave. And I think it's going to happen anyways. Alberta's done. I think Alberta and Saskatchewan are done. I think that's
a lot of
writing
pressure
on the wall.
Canada's in a pressure cooker right now. There's pressures from without and within. Tom Quiggin,
yeah,
right
and
here,
people need to understand it's not America that's causing this. This is geopolitical, right? It's China, it's EU, it's there's a big battle on for the control here. Because you know why? Because we're weak. That's why. If we were strong, this wouldn't be an issue. But we're weak, so we're now a target from all these big countries.
We're very anemic. We're very weak. Both foreign Canadian investors are removing their money from Canadian stocks, sending the money abroad, mostly USA. Foreign investor flight, billions of dollars have left the Canadian economy, and just the kids
including our prime minister.
All right. Thanks for bringing that one up to us, Sue. So yeah, Carney, of course, it came out that like 93% of his own portfolio is U.S. invested. Because it's smart to invest in the U.S., right? They're the ones to go to. They're the biggest card game in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his company has been involved with oil pipeline productions in South America, in Africa.
I want to do this one more.
So this guy's he's a piece of work. So.
Be here. Yeah. All right, let's take a look.
Blake's alley.
Okay, Blake, this is for you. Sue wants to give you a little Christmas present right here. Mark Carney's real plan for housing in Canada: allow the foreigners to buy up all the new developments, then rent the units back to the Canadians, all financed through below market rate loans from the Canadian Health Musical Center. What the hell? Canadian homeowners? Well, I don't know what that is. You will own nothing, but you're going to be happy. It doesn't sound like it's good. Renee says he's working with Mark Carney, use CMHAC to finance free sales to foreigners. What the hell? Okay, well, let's listen to this mugrunt try and talk about it.
I'm working.
Okay, hang on a sec, Keith.
Okay, what the hell is this guy? What?
Mark Rennie.
But
Yeah.
I'm working with Carney, surprise.
Guy.
And I'm trying to get a rental program in where people can buy, put it into a 25-year pool, get a preferred rate from CMHC, and let's allow foreign buyers to buy it. They have to rent it out for 25 years, and it'll show the world that we are open for business. But
Okay, so Wally Cox here is little me underdog. Okay, so that fucker is out there saying we're going to give all the money to the foreigners, kids. They can come in and rent it to
Canadians
us.
Don't own anything.
So we won't own anything. It'll all be owned offshore. We don't have fuck all. Blake, thoughts?
Well, I mean that he plays. Mark Rennie is he's on the far left to the globalist side of the developers out of Vancouver. So I do agree that this is right into the play of you'll own nothing, be happy. But just remember, who finances Rennie's developments? He gets most of his money from the Union Pension Fund investments through the big Brookfields and BlackRock and Vanguard. Like those guys, he's been using union money to build that up. So no wonder he's on the left. He's there to do that. He wants everybody renting. He doesn't want anyone owning anything local. And yeah, they want international money coming in. But he's not telling the truth. The reason why he's trying to stop the foreign buyers moratorium. It's in there right now, which I would agree on that side. I don't think it's a problem. We have plenty of land. It's just I was noticing how much land just driving on the short drive I did. British Columbia is massive. That most of the interior that I'm seeing, all these areas are dying, boarded up. There's land everywhere to develop and do something with, from everything from agriculture to all this kind of stuff. These guys are trying to shove us into little 15-minute cities. This is what this is about. Rennie's one of those dogs from that gang, and I don't trust him. I think he's a slime bucket. He's one of the few developers that I wouldn't trust out of Vancouver's core. He's paid money during the NDP while everyone else is losing money. So he's one of their union money gang guys.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of losing money, England's losing money too. They got the same problem we got. They're bringing all the other people in. The native indigenous population, you Brits, hello, I'd like a spot of tea, please, at 3.25 in it. Those people are getting sweet fuck all. This is kind of one of the things that's being bantered about. Breaking the government's thinking of increasing. It's a long involved thing, but basically increasing the age of your pension to age 74. But they got billions for undocumented men crossing the channel. Whoa, that's exciting. Okay, I don't know, enemy. Okay, let's not get into trouble with WooTube again. I mean, I get very nervous. But I'm going to tell you about this Starmer guy. So the idea is in England, right now it's at 66. They want to raise it to 67 like next year. But then go further down the line by like 2050, further along in this century, they want to raise it to 74 years old before you can get your old age pension. Are you fucking kidding me? How old was Ozzy? Hey, I've got Sharon. I've got me old age pension. I'm good for 2 years and then he's dead. Oh boy, great old age pension. I hope you fulfilled your final days with
your job is to work for the machine. Yep, exactly. Well, and that's no different. It's coming to Canada. It's coming to the Western world. They're bankrupt. That's the problem. They're not telling people that. They're bankrupt.
Yeah, and that's really good, actually, isn't it? Okay, we got problems in the U.S. right now. Everybody's gone on vacation. House vacation is our next link. So that's a big story.
Are you talking about the premiers and their little vacation cottages?
Oh, I'm talking. No. Oh. Okay. Well, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay. The premiers are all on vacation. Everybody's on vacation. All these government workers are supposed to work for the people. They don't work for the people. They only work for their own pockets. This is another example of it. Breaking, the U.S. Republican-controlled House, by the way, will now be on vacation until September 2nd. Punch Bowl. Their vacation will start Thursday, July 24th. We got to go. While working class taxpayers pay for the privileges, what other company in the U.S. gives 200 days of vacation time? I'm curious. This is from WestJet. Anyway.
Canada does. Their politicians work hardly at all.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, this is the whole thing, right? It's we're seeing the same behavior in these unaccountable, non-accountable elected officials. They're supposed to be there at the behest of the people, our representatives, and they just I gotta go. I'll see you in a couple of months. Let me know how the world got on.
I need some me time. I need some me time.
Yeah, for 2 months of me time. And so it's a real, they've got to get some legislature. Can you imagine legislature if those fuckers put it in? They're like a high school. Remember the school teachers? They get 2 months off. What a cush job. I'm off work for 2 months. I'm going fishing, paid vacation. Life is good. Must be nice. Sucks to be you.
Yeah. So
okay.
work till 76 so they can keep having their holiday time.
Okay, I go to Blaine. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't have the inroad on this. I believe a number of retailers have brought it back in, though. What's going on the USA whiskey in Canada? Are they still not selling it? Can we get Jack Daniels
Yeah,
here?
it's back on the shelf now.
I think it's back on the
Oh, it's
shelves.
back,
Blake.
Back in BC, I don't know. Evie's still acting like a moron, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know I've seen it in some places. People have posted, hey, they've got the camera on.
I think
So-
you can go to the private liquor stores, but I think the government liquor stores of British Columbia are still being all anti-red state booze.
Yeah. Okay. So not to be flagged on screen, but down low on the DL over in England, the UK or Keir Starmer has been a treacherous bastard. The pensionable age trick has been escalating for a while. Year by year, the government snatches your life from under your feet. So very true. Sadly true. Okay. The headlines, there's so many of them going. Okay. This is a good one. UNESCO. Okay. Trump has just pulled the United States out of United Nations Economic Security Coalition Organization, whatever the hell it stands for, UNESCO. It's a thing they do for building houses and doing all sorts of stuff. UNESCO's got a far-reaching influence, but thank God for President Trump, the greatest president of my time. Just in, President Trump withdraws the U.S. from the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. UNESCO are the ones that be telling you to do a voodoo dance at the foot of your bed instead of having some proper medicine given to you over its DEI policies and pro-China, pro-Palestinian bias. This is fantastic, courtesy of the New York Post. Withdrawing from UNESCO is a win for taxpayers. The agency's DEI mandates, pro-China, pro-Palestinian bullshit, long diverted American dollars, globalist agendas. Taxpayers shelled out $150 million annual for this circus, money that should have funded border security, energy dominance, on and on and on it goes. But the good news is Trump's out. This is another branch, another arm of the United Nations. Fantastic. I'm 100% behind this. I just love that Trump is. He's killed their participation with World Health Organization. America for Americans, for the love of God. Is that so hard for you people to understand? Liberals don't understand it.
Well, if you hate your country, then they understand it. They understand it.
All right. And who builds the FEMA camps? I don't think it's UNESCO. FEMA is a U.S. agency, so it's under the American auspices.
They're a Federal Emergency Management Agency. Yeah. So FEMA.
Okay. We did dollars moving south. Okay. Oh, okay. You're fired. Let's do the ice block. This is kind of a funny story. So we got this
This
female.
is our F around and find out.
This is another fuck around, find out, folks. FAFO.
Yeah.
This brings a tear of joy to my eye. Laura Loomer got Loomered. Breaking, DOJ has just fired Carolyn Feinstein, beautiful name, after I exposed the fact she's married to Joshua Aaron Feinstein, the founder of the Ice Block app, and that the app is registered to the home she lives in with her husband. Another scalp gained by Laura Loomer. So here she is. This idiot was on social media complaining, well, it's not me, it's my husband. You're compromised. You're working for the Department of Justice while your husband's in the bathroom on his laptop saying, oh, the wife just said you guys are over here. You can't have any confidence in government. They make Nellie Orr and her husband look like the couple next door. There's no bloody way that's happening. So I got to tell you, kids, this is a great move. It's a conflict of interest. She had to go, and it's a great decision by the DOJ to can her ass. Beautiful. And of course, this app, treasonous.
Well, let's go with Laura Loomer again here. She's
Okay.
got another.
Well, they were putting people at risk, so that should be definitely jail time on that one.
Oh yeah, well, we've already had one ICE agent was shot in the face by one of these criminals. Okay, back to Laura. Here we go. Navy whistleblower Tom Schiller says it wasn't some mid-level bureaucrat approved giving Chinese nationals access to the government cyber systems. What brilliant design was that, right? Via the Microsoft Government Azure platform. It was Barack Hussein Obama. According to Schiller, Obama's name signature authorized the original Microsoft contracts between 2014-16, allowing unvetted foreign Chinese tech workers located in China to provide tech support for Pentagon cyber intel systems through Microsoft's government Azure. This went straight to the top. Obama must be held accountable for giving the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, access to the entire U.S. federal government cyber system. So the Chinese commies knew exactly what was going on with U.S. Cyber Command. Blake, take it away. It's almost too ludicrous to even believe, but it happened.
It is ludicrous to believe it, but it's real. That's the problem. It's the Western world has opened its floodgates to Chinese communist influence everywhere. And it was easy money. That's why the politicians run it. Like the Chinese had something, I can't remember how much they had in cash, U.S. Federal Reserve notes that they have piled up in the trillions of dollars over 30 years. And so they can buy a lot of influence. And that's exactly, now we're seeing 30 years of this open door policy where we all thought that, hey, we will all be buddies with them and China will become a capitalist nation that will want to be our friend. And now we're seeing they never had it in the intention to be a friend. The whole purpose was to infiltrate and erode your freedoms, your liberties, to take over your country from within. And Barack Obama, well, his gang were all part of that. And same across the border here in Canada, same group. You notice that they're all in lockstep with each other, both in Canada, the U.S., and Europe. Yeah. The same political parties are also involved in the foreign influence, 100%. And they have, and this would be this is treason. When you do this, this is the definition of treason. And if you look it up, what is the penalty for treason? I don't know if we can say it on YouTube, but there is a major penalty that may forfeit somebody's.
Ozzy Osbourne may know what it is. Let's just
exactly.
I'm going to tell you something, kids. You talk about your Manchurian candidate. The yellow press was saying, "Oh, Trump's like he's all in with Russia. He's a Manchurian candidate." Hold up the mirror, Barack Hussein Obama. It looks like you're going to turn out to be the perfect Manchurian candidate. Literally working with the communist Chinese, actually giving them access to the American military cyber systems. I mean, you can't make it up. It sounds like a Hollywood movie.
They're also they're into the biohazard. They got into the viral labs in Canada and the U.S. It's crazy.
Yeah, we had them built here in Canada. There was the whole thing in Winnipeg. Okay, Blake, it's quiz time. Do you know what? These presidents all have a handle, like they give them a code name. The Secret Service gives them a nickname. Do you know what Obama's nickname was? His Secret Service code name?
I don't know. I'm not Mike.
What did I say? Mike Obama? Have I got Big Mike on my mic today?
Big Mike.
Big Mike. Blake. I'm trying to say Blake here. Okay, Blake, do you know what is?
I don't know. You got me on that one.
I got to tell you. You know what it was? It was Renegade. Renegade was his handle. You know what a renegade is? You know what a renegade does? So a renegade is somebody that goes against the system. What if that system is, in fact, the United States of America that guy was renegading against, right? Hand in hand with the Chinese. And we know a lot of people, Fang, Eric Swalwell in bed with Fang, the late Dianne Feinstein, bless her sweetheart, with her Chinese spy that was her limo driver for 20 fucking years. Give me a break.
Well, what was Hillary's?
Hillary's, you know what? Yeah, her handle was Evergreen.
Yeah, that to me that means the bucks just keep rolling.
Evergreen. I
bet you Bill Clinton had a better name for her when he didn't want her around.
Yeah, Bill had his own. I forget. One was, I think Biden was Eagle. I think he was Eagle, but you know they all have names. I don't even remember what Trump's is. Okay. I have a lot of respect for Obama. Hard to believe he'd do something so stupid. What if we got the receipts, Dave Pounds? Are you willing to change your opinion if we have the evidence? Or are you just going to put the blinders on him because he was a spiffy, he could sure do a spiffy speech. The point is that the documents are all coming out. We got it all.
Yeah, but you may be reading that comment wrong.
Okay, go ahead.
It could be like, I have a lot of respect for Obama. It's hard to believe he'd do something so stupid. Not like it's hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe that you had any respect for Obama at all, because anybody with eyes in their head would know the guy's the biggest con job going. Obama.
Well, the fact that he got the Nobel Peace Prize for just showing up.
Exactly.
Yeah, check this. Obama and Bruce Springsteen released a book together named Renegades. Danny Allen, you're absolutely right. Trump is only about the best for USA. We got the tariffs are working. We just saw, I played a clip of the farmer yesterday. Tariffs on Mexican tomatoes. This guy said we're getting orders already 2 days, and he's noticed a difference in his sales for his business. Tariffs are working. $221 billion surplus because of the frickin' tariffs doing their job. Trump is doing, we got rid of money. American tax dollars no longer going to USA, no longer going to NPR, no longer going to PBS.
To the Paris Accord.
No longer going to the Paris, biocarbon accord, Paris Peace Accord, whatever they call that, petrodollars. No longer going
carbon
to the World
tax.
Health Organization. No carbon taxes going to America. Trump out of the World Health Organization. Trump has done so good. And who else did we fire just the other day? We got rid of another bad one. And Maureen Comey gone.
Oh yeah, she's done.
Oh yeah,
So there's-
she's gone too.
We are seeing so many wins. Trump said we're going to win so much you're going to be sick of winning. I'm not sick yet of winning. More winning, but there's a lot of winning coming along. Trump is a master troll, but he's pulling people out. Trump puts it out there. The media covers it, and it's a win-win-win.
Well, I think he's really good at taking the attention on himself, so he lets the rest of his crew go do their work. Yeah.
Okay, and Sue goes, I don't care, Dave. Don't have any respect for Obama. The guy's a communist bastard. He's renegade. He's there to destroy the United States from within. His ticket is coming up. And I put a nice new thumbnail up on today's program. It's got the mugshot. People are talking, you can't get him because he's the president. Well, that didn't stop. Why do you think Trump went through all that? He just allowed it. He quietly went. It's Sun Tzu, The Art of War. When you're strong, appear weak. Oh, now they've got my mugshot. I guess I'll never be president now. Well, that didn't work. Let's impeach him. That'll stop him. Didn't work. Let's shoot him. Jesus wouldn't allow that. So that didn't work. So praise God. Okay, betrayed. Yeah, I like this. I spoke with a Black American relocated to New York City 2014 who'd voted for Obama. This is the criminal reality of race politics. I'm part Native American. Just because some Indian gets into a position of influence, Wab Canoe, I'm talking to you, it doesn't mean sweet fuck all to me. And Canoe, I believe, is a Cree Indian, which is like, he's even my type of Indian. We're the same tribal affiliation. Okay. So, I just like, come on, man. It doesn't, that's the weakness of the left. It's a misstep on the left, right? They think that's the way it's going to be, just through identity politics, but it's not worth the paper it's written on, and none of it. Okay, okay, are we getting a full D class already, Hillary? Have we covered that?
No.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see what happened to Hillary. And of course, we know that yesterday we talked about the evidence. They never went into the thumb drives. The FBI didn't take it seriously. They didn't examine it. They didn't look at it because they were too busy with the Russia hoax, which is now proven to be a hoax. And it needs to go to trial and be definitively, once and for all, people paying for the crimes, because the Republic cannot stand unless we see justice and people actually going to jail. Okay, Blake, are you going? I noticed you had a bowel movement. BM. That might be going to a toity or something there. But okay, we're back. Hillary Clinton may finally face prison. Okay, I'll jump. Trump orders full declassification. Trump just ordered the immediate release of all FBI files related to Crossfire Hurricane, the infamous Russia collusion investigation. This means John Durham's report confirms August 2016, Brennan briefed Obama, Biden, Clinton. They knew, they approved, they watched and unfold. Clinton's campaign entered into the biggest political hoax in American history, and we know all about that. That's all part and parcel of what's going on. And I don't need the clip. Okay. This is just more of what we know. Mm-hmm. This is more beaten. Where's my beloved Blake? Where is he gone? Blake, come back to me. You're such a sweetheart. Here he is. He's coming back bigger than ever. Huh. Oh, there he is. He did come back. Blake, your connection is becoming spurious. It's a spurious connection. Okay, just be like that.
Well, don't insult him about bowel movements.
Well,
okay. He'll hang around.
He is so angry. Okay, so what else have we got here? Have we covered everything,
yep.
Scusi?
Yep.
Okay, we'll wait for Blake to get back in here. Okay, hopefully we can get him. Blake, can you hear me? Blake, come in. Are you still not here, everyone? Uh-oh. I heard a bloop. Here he is, everybody. Blake is back. Oh.
Okay, here, let's do Poilievre's, how many people are running in his riding.
Okay, let's do Poilievre. We got some election interference. There's going to be, what do you call him? There's a word for this kind of election they're doing. It's like a reserve runoff thing they're doing. Here's Blake, surprisingly.
Are we back?
You're back.
Good. Thanks to TELUS. Great service.
Great service, Dallas. Okay, we got a little time left. Okay, these are all the people running.
No, it's all breaking up again.
Okay, this is a runoff election or something. What is it?
Sorry, I'm losing you again.
Oh. Breaking. This is how many candidates are now running a poll. I think it's a runoff election or it's a reserve. There's a word for this election that he's doing. Yeah. We already had the big election. Now they're doing a runoff election where the guy had the seat, he surrendered it, and now they're going to run for it again. Anyway, they put in 1 million people to run up against. These are not real candidates. They're just names that are all fucked up. Okay, make it go big and play it. Here we go. Let's play it. Okay. These are all people running for one seat. This is what he's up against. Try and find your candidate.
Can you hear me okay? I'm going to try logging in again. Just one moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. Has this ever happened before? No,
Ah,
never happened before. Look at this.
yeah, okay.
I mean, this. Do you
It's
get
still
the point
going?
here? Yeah,
Wow.
it's still going.
That's nuts. Is he using Tim Hortons Wi-Fi? He could very well be. They got to Blake. They got to Blake. Blake is rehearsing for going off the grid. We'll try and get it back, just long enough for us to sign out here, I think. Because it's a good show. There's a lot of content we passed over today. I mean, that we covered here, like usual. A lot of content.
Okay, let's just check this out too then.
Okay, well, what do you got now? Sue keeps bringing up new content.
Well,
It just never ends. I mean, the stories write themselves. Okay, what am I looking at here? Catherine Harridge, with the new Clinton email release, Chuck Grassley re-upping reporting emails containing intel. Signalgate, Clinton should sit this one out as first to report. Intel Community's internal watch exposed Clinton email scandal, the emails. Everything old is new again.
Exactly.
What you're seeing is the age-old shit that nobody was allowed to report on.
yeah, this was all suppressed.
This
back in
is all the
2016.
shit that the mainstream, the lamestream, the legacy,
Well,
and
Twitter-
the Democrat machine went and shut down legally and everything.
Well, yeah,
It
you
was
couldn't
all
put
shut
this stuff
down.
on Twitter or
You
anything.
couldn't put it on YouTube. You couldn't talk about
But
it.
here it is.
And there it is.
happening.
It's all
Yeah.
there. We know it's happening. The arrests really are coming this time. I know it does seem like Lucy with the Charlie Brown football. He's just not going to be able to do it. I just don't see it happening. So, folks, I got a full day ahead of me. I got to do a live stream in a couple hours with the Patreon. Sue, one more time with the Patreon link for the kids. And like I say, $5 a month. Come in, hang out. I'll talk music. And I appreciate all the support. And I want to thank Blake for doing his darndest to try and help out here today. So much going on. The big story, let's stay tuned to the president and see what happens. Okay, here he comes. Maybe we'll get him in enough time. Blake, just say goodbye. Stay in long enough to say, I will love you. Bye, everybody. It's Blake. Let's see if he can do it. Well, there he goes, everybody. But there it is. There's the Patreon. As always, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share this little video with your friends on social media. We appreciate everybody for being here.
Hang on just for a minute.
Yeah. I want to go now. I don't want to do nothing.
Just pull up the link. Up.
What are you doing? What is she doing?
Putting in a link.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you have time, check out Down and Out Nashville. I just dropped
There
5
it is.
brand new songs, now streaming on all major platforms. Go support independent artists, the
I put the
kids
link.
in Nashville, for the love of God.
There's the link.
We even got a link for them. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Let me leave that up a little longer there. Head over there. At the very least, give them a like, a sub, do the thing, help these small channels grow, right? Down and Out. We appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody. And thanks especially to Blake for working against, TELUS and remote location to make a show happen. Peace and love. Bye for now. MAGA. Make America.